Oh my god, that's a new sound effect. I was wondering what all the sound effects were about. Hello everybody. Welcome to some more Vintage Cube Draft. Not liking the changes to Moto. There was a very noisy musical introduction. It bothered me a lot. Interesting pack here. Really tempted to take pack one, pick one Tinker just to have it. Might be good. Kind of sad there's a Demir Signet and a Worn Power Stone in the same pack, but not sure what else I would pick here other than Tinker. I probably would just take a land. Well, let's try pack 1, Tinker. Pack 2, Blightsteel. Combo assembled. Oh, what's all this? Also, really disliking the noises. Gonna need to find a way to turn those down. Don't have the time at the moment. Basalt Monolith, Force of Will. Probably gonna take Basalt Monolith. We need big broken artifacts before we need anything else. Let me turn down desktop audio a bit because that is loud. Okay. So in this pack, there's Daze, Golos. I could go for Golos. That'd be a fun thing to ramp with and ramp into. Ugh. It's throwing me off my game, folks. Ooh, a Thrawn Dynamo. Tempting here. So I don't know. Since we have Golos, we could lean in to the multiple colors and take signets, or we can take the more powerful, arguably more powerful ramp in Thrawn Dynamo. I think we actually want to be taking signets as much as possible. They're very important in the artifact deck. Yeah, let's anyway. Okay, Trinket Mage could be good, potentially. Impulse seems kind of nice in this deck. Yeah, I'm going to take Impulse. There's a Library. Can we play a Library in a deck like this? I've got a feeling like we're going to be playing our hand out a lot. We probably should just take miscellaneous, like, fixing lands with a Golos. A Library is just really strong, though. I'll take Library. Why not? Okay. Godless Shrine, Plateau, Path, and Thief. Thief of Sanity is a very good card. Like, Thief of Sanity can win the game by itself. Kind of good card. And we're going to be blue for sure, and we have one piece of fixing for black. I'll take Thief. Frost Titan or Seachrome Coast. I think Seachrome Coast is going to be more important than a Frost Titan. Yeah, we'll take Seachrome Coast. Okay, Mindslaver is good. Glad Mindslaver came around. Spell Pierce, Looter, Ilkor, or Scrubland. I'll take the Scrubland. Tithe Taker, Concealed Courtyard, Chupacabra. I think we'll just take the land. So Repeatable Reanimate. I don't know what to take here. I'm going to take Avacyn. Putrid Imp, I guess. Boomerol's fine. Pack 2. Alright, Pack 2. 3 different fetches and one of the best fetchable duels. We also have a Golgari Signet here. I think the plan is to take the Signet. What? Well, bring me the toy. I can't reach it. That could be wrong, but I've got a feeling we do want a lot of Signets. Tolarian Academy. I may have been right. Yeah, we'll take an Academy. We could also take Dak Faden, but I think Academy more so. Mana Leak Coalition Relic. So now I'm starting to get into the point where I'm gonna need some kind of interaction, but like Coalition Relic's just really strong. Let's take Coalition Relic because it taps for any color and can get us up to 2 colors in a turn. Solemn Simulacrum is good. Gruul Signet also good. There's also a Tundra here. Solemn Simulacrum basically just Golos Jr. This could be an Armageddon deck, actually. We're going to have so much artifact mana, maybe we can just Armageddon our opponent. Probably not. An Armageddon Might Wheel. We'll take the Gruul Signet. Okay, I think Ugin is exactly the kind of threat we want to be putting in this deck. Massive and colorless. So we're going to take an Ugin. There's a Fast Bond in this pack. There's also a Gear Hulk, which only target is Impulse because Tinker is a sorcery. There's also a Jitte, but we're not going to have like any creatures that are attacking until they would win the game by themselves. So I think I'm going to take a Fast Bond because we don't want Heartbeat. We don't need to light up the stage. Alright, I need you out of the way of the monitor, please, cat. So I think this deck would like some Moxen. I think that's how we power this deck up the most, is with Moxen. Alternatively, there is an Urza Lord High Artificer. And that seems pretty good, so we'll take Urza. I mean, most of our artifacts are mana rocks anyway, however, his other abilities are relevant. It's possible I should have taken the Time Spiral, because like a Draw 7 would be powerful in this deck. In this pack we have Lava Claw Reaches and Lodestone Golem, and I think Lodestone... there's also Ashiok. I think this deck wants to be a little more proactive than Ashiok allows. So we're going to take Lodestone Golem. Wow. Was that pick 8? Underground Sea? Yeah, we'll take an Underground Sea. Okay, Boros Signet or Mind's Desire. I don't know how much like we'd be able to storm, but Mind's Desire seems kind of fun because this would be like, even if this is just like a 6-mana unexpected results, or like cast a Signet, Mind's Desire would be really fun. But I think we're gonna take Boros Signet. We're gonna max out on that. Okay, here is an Armageddon. There's also a Rakdos Return. Wildfire, perhaps. I kind of like Artifact Ramp into these land destruction effects. I'll consider Sun Titan. I don't think we're playing Yogg-Will or Unexpectedly Absent. I guess Heartbeat of Spring and Vraska. Alright, pack 3. We've got Karn. I mean, I'll take a Karn. Karn's pretty good. What else in this pack would we want? Like Shambling Vent? Just to have more activations for Golos? Yeah, we'll do Karn. Big, colorless, and stupid. That's how I like my deck. Alright. In this pack, we have Mishra's Factory, Bayou Sword, Bazaar, Duretti, sack an artifact, reanimate an artifact. I mean, Duretti seems pretty good in this deck. The problem is our creature threats aren't good enough to be reanimated or can't be reanimated, the ones that are. We have some amount of red fixing. Boros, Golgari, Gruul, Rakdos. Actually, 3 of our signets tap for red, so Duretti's probably fine to pick. Just not enough stuff wielding sword, unfortunately. Okay. We have in this pack Ponder, like Mystic Confluence as well. There's Sphinx of the Steel Wind, but I don't know if we'll be able to actually cast this reasonably. Like, we're going to be blue. We have fixing for most other colors, at least in some form or another. I just don't know how consistent. This is 8 mana, and it's not Ugin 8 mana. I think I would rather have like a Teferi or Mystic Confluence. So the picks for me are Ponder, Mystic Confluence, Teferi, or Watery Grave. And I'm kind of liking Teferi here. If we can cast him, he would be really good. It's just a great hit. Metal Worker. Ladies and gentlemen, Metal Worker has entered the scene. We're going to take Metal Worker mainly because Goblin Welder is probably more likely to wield. There's also an Azorius Signet and a Metamorph in this pack. This pack is nuts. Like, if we could just take those 4 cards those 4 cards and end the draft, I'd say go. But we'll take Metal Worker. Time Twister, ladies and gentlemen, Time Twister is in the same pack as Kuldultha Forge Master. And let me just tell you that Time Twister seems like it might be great in this deck. Because we just like land, signet, land, signet, or something like that. And then Time Twister. It's kind of magical Christmas land, but I think draw 7s could be very powerful in this deck. Force of Negation seems good. We don't have a ton of blue cards to pitch to it, but like, even if we're casting a cancel, it's not horrendous. I mean, it's a 3-mana negate, really, but like, what else in this pack would I pick? Fact or Fiction, maybe? We'll take Force of Negation. Okay, so in this pack, Bribery is a way to win the game, because most other decks play large unstoppable creatures like Eldrazi. There's usually like 1 in every deck. I think I'm willing to take that over a lot of the other options here. Weird that we have not seen a large unstoppable Eldrazi to put in this deck. So this makes artifacts every turn, sack an artifact, destroy a creature, choose artifact in the graveyard around the battlefield, and create 3 tokens that are copies of it. That could be really good. I like that a little more than Show and Tell, because our artifacts we put on the battlefield are not great, with the exception of Blightsteel. We could take Divining Top, though. Let's take Divining Top. Giving us a way to manipulate our top decks is going to be really good in this deck, I have a feeling. We do not have a ton of fixing for like green and other colors, so maybe the Golos plan is kind of far-fetched. I think I'm willing to take like a Firebolt. Let's see. Mishra's Factory, Hollowed Fountain. Let's take Hollowed Fountain. Sphinx of the Steel Wind came all the way around. There's also Lingering Souls, but I don't think that's the kind of card we want to be playing in this deck. We'll take Sphinx. We don't have a lot of ways to get artifacts into the grave. I think we just take Metamorph because it's like generically good. There's Forge Master, which is another Tinker for Blightsteel. Unfortunately, we don't have Lightning Greaves. The other option is Fractured Identity, which is very good. But I think Forge Master is better in this deck. We're just going to like Turbo Blightsteel. Okay, let's sort and see what we're dealing with here. So we have, in actuality, about 27 cards we're considering playing. And we need to cut a few of them. What's the matter, bub? We just went outside. What's the problem? You didn't even bring a toy for me to throw. Oh, you want the toy that's hidden over in the corner of the room? Go get it. Alright, I'm going. So let me think. We need to cut 3 cards, I think. Maybe 4. Probably 3. So I think we're going to cut Firebolt. We're going to cut... I think we cut Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Because, like, we can bring that in versus, like, aggro or something. In some situation where maybe the lifelink and flying is relevant. And then we need to cut one more thing. And the thing we should cut should not be an artifact. It should probably be... I think Mindslaver. Because there's situations where we're not going to want Mindslaver. Okay, so Hollowed Fountain, Seachrome Coast in for Island and Plains. Valarian Academy in for an island. Scrubland in for a Plains. Concealed Courtyard in for a swamp. Underground Sea in for an island. Wandering Fumarole in for an island. Do we seriously only have one green source in this deck plus Gruul? Okay. We have Gruul, Golgari, and a forest. I think I'm going to add a couple more forests here. So islands are very obviously very important. However, I do want some number of green sources simply for the fast bond. Yeah. Because our color requirements are pretty lax with this deck, let me tell you. Yeah, okay. Let's try this out. See you guys round 1. Spooky. I think I turned the desktop audio down low enough. I don't know if you guys will actually hear it, but no me gusta. Quit changing things I like. Old man yells at client. Well, we can't cast Thief of Sanity. We can't. The only thing we can cast is a Lodestone Golem, and not particularly quickly. Let's try and get a more explosive hand than that. I like this a little better. We'll keep. Put back Blightsteel. Okay, opponent's going to play a forest. We're going to play a Hollow Fountain. Pass the turn. Opponent's thinking about doing something. Lotus Cobra. Ramp shenanigans. And my Magic the Gathering. Okay, so next turn we can Concealed Courtyard, Gruul Signet, Time Twister, I think. Yeah, we got enough mana for that. So opponent plays 8 Badlands. Thankfully it's not like a fetch land into something crazy, crazy powerful. But this could still be something pretty good. No, you're not supposed to dump your hand into a bunch of ramp. That makes our plan worse. Duretti, Scrap Savant. Has a +2. So our opponent did not have a bunch of ramp that turn. I think we can wait one more turn. So we can either play Gruul Signet, Time Twister, or we can play Duretti this turn. And I think just playing Duretti is good. +2, discard 2 cards. We're going to discard Forest and Scrubland. Alright, we got Tinker. We have Tinker with Force of Negation backup. That should be fine, I imagine. Okay. Five mana. Three mana. Sylvan Carriage, sure. Ah, yes. 3 damage at Duretti. That's fine. We untap, we draw a Forge Master, which will be largely irrelevant this game. So let's plus Duretti. We're going to pitch a Forge Master. We'll play a Gruul Signet. And then we'll Tinker for Blightsteel. Seems good to me. Really hope my opponent does not have an Edict effect. Lots of green mana. Oh no. 7 mana. We will not allow you to tooth and nail. Yep. Sweet. Okay, so I definitely want Bribery versus this deck, because holy crap. I think we also, like, Wildfire is kind of a consideration here, because multiple Signets into a Wildfire just means our opponent's going to lose all their dorks. But we'll try just Bribery. I don't think we need Wildfire. We might want a Firebolt. That's a lot more reasonable than what I was just talking about. And in that case, I think I want to cut Fast Bond. Do I want to cut Fast Bond? I think I definitely want to cut Teferi. And let's cut Fast Bond and make our mana better. Do like Island, Mountain. That feels a lot better. Let's do that. Worth noting, only green mana can come off of our Signets, so we need those for Golos, if we ever plan on doing that. All lands and ramp. This is fine. We'll keep. Put back an island. So our opponent starts Copperline Gorge and a Llanowar Elf. We start Wandering Fumarole. Pass the turn. Opponent plays 8 Badlands into an Arbor Elf. Okay, just more dorks. We draw a Time Twister, which may prove useful. We'll see. Play Signet. Opponent plays a Forest. Gets in for 2. We draw Karn, which is... That'd be pretty awesome to have Urza make Karn here. We're going to play Urza. Make an artifact. Pass the turn. Opponent makes a Plague Crafter. Well, we are sacking the construct. You get a Lodestone Golem. So we can play Hallowed Fountain untapped, and that gives us 5 mana. We can use 4 of it to play Lodestone Golem, have 1 mana left over, plus 1 off of Lodestone. That's not enough for Metamorph, unfortunately. So I think the play... is still Lodestone Golem. I'm fine with that. I like it better than just spinning the wheel off of Urza. Opponent plays a Verdant Catacombs and cracks it for a Forest. Seven mana. If it's Tooth and Nail, it doesn't work because we played Lodestone. Okay, Duretti, Scrap Savant. Let's see. I'm kind of in favor of metamorphing this Lodestone Golem. So we pay 3 and pay 2, get a Lodestone Golem, and then that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So we get Time Twister if we wanted to. Alright. Let's metamorph. And there's no reason to hold up a bunch of life or anything. We will copy Lodestone Golem. Then attack with Lodestone Golem. What'd you do with it? You want me to throw it, but I don't see it. Go get your toy. Okay, opponent no blocks. Just gonna F6 through my opponent's turn real quick, be back in a second. Alright, what are they doing? Something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. They're 1 mana off of casting Tooth and Nail and Twine. Or casting Tooth and Nail without Entwine. Also, if they like Tooth and Nail and only put 1 big creature on the board, we're just going to Karn it. Fiery Confluence, and we get completely Shrek'd. Haha, Firebolt a guy. I think we're just gonna Duretti. And because they're out of gas and we're out of gas, we're gonna pitch Time Twister. We'll play an island. Pass the turn. Eight mana. 9 mana. They're going to entwine Tooth and Nail. Woodfall Primus and Dragon Lord Atarka. So Woodfall Primus, they get to destroy a non-creature permanent, which in this case is probably Duretti. And Dragon Lord Atarka, they deal 5 damage among any number of creatures and or planeswalkers. So they kill a land and they kill Duretti. I would have killed Duretti and Urza, honestly. Alright. Spin the wheel. It's not great. I think they got us this game, unfortunately. That Fiery Confluence was absolutely backbreaking. I don't know what Ugin's starting loyalty is, but I know it's not 7. And that's the problem. Oh, it is 7! Unfortunately, there's no way we can cast Ugin this turn because we drew him. Oh, whatever. We'll spin the wheel. Alright, opponent. Game 3. We'll play first. 1 land, Signet, off-color Signet, and a Tinker. No, that's not going to work. This will, though. So what do we get rid of? We need to get rid of library, I guess. We need to find a second blue source. Start island. Pass the turn. I'm going to start Copperline Gorge and Arbor Elf, the ultimate synergy. We're going to play a Scrubland into a Gruul Signet. I'm going to play an Elves of Deep Shadow. Gets in for 1. They're stuck on 1 land. Well, if we ever find a second blue source, it's game over. We just play Signet, right? Yeah, we just play Signet. Okay. If we can get, I was gonna say, if we can get down Lodestone Golem before they get a second land, they might be in trouble. But that forest taps for 2 mana effectively here because of this Arbor Elf. If we could just rip an island off the top, I think this would still be game over. Caryatid. Untap forest. They also have a Signet. Alright, here we go. Let's see if my theory was correct. Bribery? What big nasties you got? Dragon Lord Atarka, Questing Beast, Whisperwood Elemental, and Woodfall Primus. That's it? Those are your big payoffs? I was expecting an Eldrazi somewhere, but I assume you would have gotten it off of Tooth and Nail. Anyway, Dragon Lord Atarka. Kill your dorks. Pass the turn. That means the last big threat creature in their deck is Woodfall Primus. And Dragonlord or Tarka also just outbeefs it. Fiery Confluence, too little too late. We draw a Divining Top. So we'll go ahead, get in for 8. Take our opponent to 11. Kind of want to just metamorph their Caryatid, I think. Signet would also be fine. Let's do the top. I don't get to Sensei's Divining Top that often. So we'll put back Metalworker Mountain. Draw a mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. They have a Huntmaster of the Fells. Sure. And they play a Sylvan Library. We draw a Divining Top. We could metamorph our own Atarka just to wipe their board. That might be the fastest way to win. Let's just play Lodestone Golem. The old Sphere of Resistance on legs. Opponent can choose to draw one extra card here if they'd like. See what I mean about bribery winning games? It's not usually with Dragonlord Atarkas, though, I'll give you that. Alright, they play a forest, and they did draw an extra card. And we take the match. I'll see you guys in round 2. Alright, welcome back to round 2 of our Vintage Cube League. Oh, the one land we didn't want to see. Plus Tinker and Blightsteel Colossus in the same hand. This is one of the only hands we don't want. Also very, very close to keepable. I mean, being on the draw. You know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this hand. We're going to put back Golos. We draw a land and this hand is golden. Opponent starts Mishra's Factory. We draw a forest. Boom! We got it. It's a turn 3 Blightsteel. Opponent plays a mountain. Oh, getting aggressive with the factory. We take 2, go to 18. It's a good play, opponent. It's a good play. But I think we might be outdoing you just a little bit. We'll play a Signet. He doesn't know. He doesn't suspect anything. This is going to be great. Abbot of Carol Keep. He's digging for a land. He finds a Flame Slash. Plays a mountain. Alright. There's an island. We'll play an island. And, Tinker. Blightsteel Colossus. Pass the turn. So opponent technically has enough toughness to survive a hit from Blightsteel Colossus. However, I think we got him. Alright, opponent scoops it up. We are moving to round 2, or game 2, excuse me. So we're against mono red. So versus mono red, I do think we want Firebolt. I think we're going to do the same strategy of put away our basics And give me 1 island, 1 mountain. 1 more mountain. Yeah. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. That's fine for Teferi needing a single white. Okay. Just checking. That's all. Just checking. Mindslaver versus them might actually be fun, but I think we might have trouble making it to that much mana. Alright, no blue, but 2 lands, Signet and Tinker. I think I'm going to keep because we are on the draw. So opponent starts Plains. They were not mono-red. Interesting. And a land tax. Okay. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. So in order for land tax to pay dividends here, so to speak, we would have to... They would have to not play a land, and we would have to play a land. Okay, that's fine. Still no creatures for our opponent. And an island. Alright, looks like this might be a repeat of game 1. It's Kano playing a Signet, passing to his opponent. So like Manic Vandal here, or Embereth Shieldbreaker Smelt would be bad. Sword of useless and irrelevant. We draw a mountain, we play a scrubland, and Tinker? Blightsteel Colossus? Pass the turn. And we could get Pathed here, and then we would actually have to play a game of Magic. Path or Swords. Technically Condemn. But our opponent has none of those, and we'll see you in round 3. Good gosh. Alright, and welcome back to round 3 of our Vintage Cube League here. We won the die roll, so we'd love to play first. This is close to keepable. If we had one more land, I'd say yes, but we're going to mulligan. Fast Bond not looking great here. However, we do have 2 lands, a 3-cost artifact, and a Tinker. I think we'll keep. We are going to put back a Fast Bond. And as long as we don't draw Blightsteel before our 3rd land, we should be fine. Okay, opponent going to start Seachrome Coast. We draw a Forge Master. Opponent going to play a Selfless Spirit. That's just fine. We get a Signet. Play a Signet. Pass the turn. What's the matter, buddy? I'll bring it here. Where's the toy at? He didn't bring it back. Okay, opponent gets in for 2. Okay, Concealed Courtyard. No reason not to go for it here. Hopefully our opponent does not have interaction. And thus far they do not. So we get a Blightsteel Colossus. Pass the turn. Opponent playing an Emeria Angel. Getting in for 2, that's fine. We get a Boros Signet. So attack for 11 Infect. Opponent chumps. Hit him for 8. We'll just play a Basalt Monolith. Pass the turn. And our opponent scooping it up. We're moving on to game 2 of round 3. So versus our opponent's deck. I don't really know what they're doing. It seems kind of control-y. I think we just run it back. I don't really feel like I need to make any adjustments here. We might identify some more information in Game 2 if we make it to Game 3. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're going to mulligan. This is somewhat playable. It's not amazing, though. Lots of ramp, no payoff. Divining Top might find us a payoff. I think we go to 5. Yeah, 5 was the correct choice. We will keep, and we will put back Lodestone Golem. And Metalworker. Alright, we just need to draw a land. Opponents can start Legion's Landing, getting a Vampire. We draw a Coalition Relic, which is not a land. Very unfortunate. However, we pass. We have another turn to draw a land in a reasonable time frame. Opponent plays Thalia. That makes our plan much worse. We get a top we can't play. Well, we're going to need a land, and we're going to need one quick. Opponent plays a Soul Ring. Gets in for 3. We draw Tolarian Academy, which is, I guess, the only land we really couldn't do. So, pass the turn. Ugh. Come on. Any land is good here. Hero of Bladehold is not what we want to be seeing. Okay, that is what I said by any land. So we play Sensei's Divining Top. We spin the top. Put back Ugin, Forgemaster, Hollowed Fountain. Pass the turn. So next turn we draw Hollowed Fountain. I think it's too late, though. Silverblade Paladin. Bramaz. So here, if we had Sphinx of the Steel Wind, we would be able to probably lifelink our way back into this game, especially because we can make a Phyrexian Metamorph duplicate. I probably should have predicted some form of blue-white aggro from the Selfless Spirit, but I don't know. It was a generic flyer. I thought maybe it could still be control. Alright, they kill us. Game 3. We definitely want Firebolt. We'll do our stereotypical make the mana better play. And we're going to cut out... What do we cut out? Yeah, because we definitely want Sphinx of the Steel Wind. And I think we might want him over Teferi, because Teferi is just going to be too slow. I was thinking Teferi versus, like, grindy matchups, and we haven't seen a single grindy matchup, I don't think. Alright, we'd love to play first. This is a very slow hand. I think we mulligan. This is a bit better. So we have to put a card back. I'm going to put back Metalworker. Play Concealed Courtyard. Play Signet. Pass the turn. I'm holding my Hollowed Fountain in hand just in case my opponent has like a Wasteland effect of some kind. Play a Mountain. Play a Signet. Play a Signet. Pass the turn. So on my opponent's end step, I'm going to spin the top. We cannot cast Urza. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are 1 mana away from playing Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Oh boy. Okay. So put those back. Stop on our upkeep. Actually, we need to wait till we draw. So we draw Sphinx of the Steel Wind. That's what we wanted. Hush, buddy. There's nothing wrong. Oh, you want me to throw the toy? You're so demanding. Okay. Now we spin the top again. There's a Tinker. I think we'd rather just Tinker for this Blightsteel that's on top of our deck. So we draw a Tinker. And which one of these is least important? I think it's Boros Signet. Tinker, sack Boros Signet. Shuffle those massive cards away and get Blightsteel Colossus. Alright. Opponent is kind of on path or bust. They play a Celestial Colonnade type. They could have Oblivion Ring. They do have Oblivion Ring. So they're able to answer Blightsteel. They get in with Bramaz, make a token. It's kind of bad for us. We draw a mountain. Pass the turn. We need one more mana source. Opponent plays a Sword of Fire and Ice. Gets in. We draw a Lodestone Golem. Well, we can at least play that and block whatever gets sorted. Opponent has an Ancestral Recall. Impressive. Disenchant for our opponent. They sword up Bramaz, and they hit us for lethal. Unfortunately, I don't think there was any artifact target we could have tinkered for there that actually would have made a difference. Oh man, I definitely thought we were going to 3-0 with that deck. That's not the deck I was looking for. What happened to the deck I was looking for? Oh well. Oh, previous decks, here we go. So, I don't think there was any artifact at the main board that we could actually tinker for that would have done it. And Mindslaver wouldn't have done that even if we'd brought it in. So, well, that's unfortunate, but that's how it works sometimes. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vintage cube. If you did, please remember to subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined, like this video, leave a comment, I'll probably respond, and be sure to follow me on Twitch, same username as on here, if you want to catch me live when I'm streaming. Anyway, once again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!